Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a topic that I know hits home for a lot of dentists. You're an absolute master of patient care, right? You create healthy, beautiful smiles. But then, there's marketing, and it can feel like this huge, overwhelming, completely different world. Does this feel a little familiar? You can handle a complex root canal with your eyes closed, but figuring out how to actually grow your practice feels like this massive puzzle you just don't have the time to solve. And look, if that's you, you are not alone. So many dentists feel this exact same way. But here's the good news. What if I told you the solution isn't some complicated, expensive ad campaign? What if your single most powerful marketing tool is a skill you're already an expert at? It's patient communication. And today, we're going to break down exactly how you can leverage what you already do best to build a practice that really thrives. All right, let's jump right into strategy number 1. Optimizing your appointment reminders. Now, this is about way more than just filling up your calendar. This is about tackling the super expensive problem of no-shows and giving your revenue a direct boost. Just think about the 1-2 punch here. First, obviously, reminders cut down on no-shows, which is a huge win for your bottom line. But they also send this really subtle, really powerful message to your patients. It says we're organized, we're on top of things, and we value your time. It keeps your clinic top of mind and in a really positive light. And if you're thinking about the best way to remind them, well, just look at this number. Text messages have an open rate of up to 98%. I mean, that is practically perfect. It's one of the most direct, most effective ways to get your message seen, like, instantly. The real key, though, is matching the right channel to the right message. You know, text messages are perfect for those quick, easy confirmations. Email is great when you need to send more detailed info, like pre-visit forms or directions to the clinic. And for the big stuff, the major procedures, nothing, and I mean nothing, beats a personal phone call to give that patient some extra reassurance. So, to make these reminders as effective as possible, you just have to nail 3 things. First up, timing. A little heads up a week before, then a final nudge 24 to 48 hours out. That's the sweet spot. Second, personalize it. Always use the patient's name. It feels so much more human. And finally, offer flexibility. Making it super easy to confirm or reschedule can be the difference between a moved appointment and a totally lost one. Okay, moving on to our second big strategy. Let's talk about what happens after the appointment is over. This is where we use smart, strategic follow-ups to turn patients into lifelong fans of your practice. This quote really just says it all, doesn't it? A simple follow-up shows that you care about them as a person, not just as a set of teeth in your chair. It proves you're invested in their well-being long after they've walked out the door. So, what does this actually look like? Well, it could be a really high-impact check-in call after a procedure, or it could be your standard recall reminders to keep them on schedule. But you know what? Don't underestimate the little things, like a simple happy birthday text. These are the small touches that make people feel genuinely valued. I mean, just put yourself in your patient's shoes for a second. They just had a root canal or an extraction. They might be a little anxious, maybe have a question or two. A quick personal call from you or someone on your team just to see how they're doing, wow, that simple gesture can make a world of difference. It builds incredible trust and loyalty. And this leads us perfectly into our third strategy, creating absolute raving fans by nailing your post-treatment care. Because when patients feel this supported and cared for, that satisfaction almost automatically turns into incredible social proof, like glowing online reviews. The connection here is so direct, it's impossible to miss. A patient who feels like you've got their back, who has a smooth and easy recovery, they aren't just a happy patient. They are your ideal spokesperson. They are primed and ready to go online and tell everyone how great you are. So how do you guarantee that smooth recovery? Well, it starts with crystal clear instructions. Give it to them verbally and in writing. Then, be proactive. Schedule their next visit before they even walk out the door. And finally, empower them with knowledge. Point them to helpful articles or videos on your website. It just reinforces that you're the expert and you're truly invested in their health. Okay, so let's pull all of this together into a really simple action plan. It's all built around one single powerful idea. Great care is great marketing. Look, you don't need to suddenly become a marketing wizard. The foundation of all your marketing is already there. It's the exceptional care you provide every single day. All we're doing is enhancing the communication around that care to naturally create the loyalty, the reviews, and the referrals that make your practice grow. The most important thing is to start small. Please don't try to do all of this at once. This week, just pick one. Seriously, just one thing. Maybe you just tweak your text reminder to sound a little friendlier. Or maybe you commit to making those post-procedure calls. Or hey, maybe you just create one simple post-care PDF. Just pick one and start there.
That's how this works. You take one small step. You see how it goes, you see the impact it has, and then you build on it. It's all about consistency, not about being perfect overnight. You can absolutely do this. You've got this.
And so that's the final question I want to leave you with. Just take a second and think about it. Which one small, totally manageable step are you going to take this week to start turning the amazing patient care you already provide into your most powerful marketing engine?